This is Ari Kaplan in Chicago for the Reinvention Tour, talking with Dave Glynn, Director of Research and Product Development for the Law Bulletin Publishing Company. Hi, Dave. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about reinvention in legal practice with respect to localization.
Sure. I think it's important to note that, at least with American lawyers, most of the practice of law is local. It has to do with customers and clients that are within the closed geographical area, and all of the issues that they deal with to operate either the companies or businesses or just to exist in a family as you go through life. And there are many times throughout life that people require a lawyer. I think that the interesting thing nowadays, though, I think, for these smaller law practices is the fact that many lawyers have a lot of resources at their disposal that they did not have before. And the capabilities, the technological capabilities, are much greater than they used to be. In other words, a lawyer can now do some major research on an individual through Google or through other research tools to determine whether or not they are solvent before they even take their business on. And secondly, can learn more about that individual when they're about to meet with them and talk to them about their acquiring their providing legal services to them. So that in and of itself, I think, is a great help. The technology tools that are available to them now as well, a lot of them don't necessarily have to purchase software. The software service capabilities are great in that many, like Google Docs, many companies provide tools for them to use that cost them very little money or very little licensing costs, wherein a law firm used to have some IT guy that would come in and help them out if they didn't have some permanent staff people. The ability for them to be able to work remotely, work out of the house, or work on the road. The strength of the iPhone and the iPad and a lot of those gadgets that really allow a lawyer to be full service on the road or when they're flying, brings a whole different level of service. But I will tell you, at the same time that it brings a different level of service, it also brings a greater level of expectation on behalf of the clients who expect that these lawyers respond to them immediately when they contact them. The thought that everybody is monitoring their email 24 hours a day and folks are at everyone's beck and call holds true for a client who has great expectations of a lawyer's services for them. So I think that the ability of immediacy, the ability to be able to work from any place, the ability to be able to be equalized with some of these large firms that could afford the West and the Lexus accounts to do some major research on behalf of their clients, the fact that there are some lower cost options out there, really brings a different, levels the playing field for these lawyers. And I think that they are in a better position to provide client service. But we also have to keep in mind that there's still brain power behind that. I think that I see a lot of technology trends. I monitor a lot of what's going on in the field. And one of the interesting things I've seen of late is turning lawyers into project managers, which I find extremely disconcerting, because I think that if you go to law school and your passion is to practice law and assist clients and customers and everything else, the last thing you want to do is become an e-discovery project manager. It doesn't make any sense to do that. And it doesn't take advantage of a lawyer's skill set in what they're actually trained to do, and that is to assist individuals and companies out there with their legal issues, both from a future strategy perspective as well as the reaction situation where they are typically reacting to a lawsuit or they're reacting to whatever the client is facing in a particular situation, whether it be a death in the family or anything else.
This is Ari Kaplan on the BigHand Reinvention Tour in Chicago, talking to Dave Glynn, Director of Research and Product Development for the Law Bulletin Publishing Company. Thanks, Dave. Thanks so much.